So this is a video that I never truly anticipated myself making in my life, or at least in my entire time on YouTube. Now, you guys know the coronavirus. It's something very serious, and if you don't know about it, then you should definitely do your research and not just listen to what I tell you and the news that I provide in this NBA related video. Now, with that being said, today the coronavirus was officially declared a pandemic. That's how bad things have gotten regarding the virus. For those of you that don't know what a pandemic is, Google has it as a prevalent disease that spreads over an entire country or the entire world. So basically, it's a really big deal, and not only our entire country, but the entire world has taken notice. Some athletes have spoken out on the coronavirus, and they've made it known that they may not be so interested in playing games if the fans are not there. While I think this comes from a good place, I'm not sure it's the right decision, and as a matter of fact, I'm sure it's not the right decision. And let's just say leagues not only locally but around the world are stepping up and making sure they make the right decision to prevent the spread of this virus. This video, we're going to be talking about how the coronavirus is changing NBA basketball as we know it. But not only are we going to be talking about just the NBA, the NCAA is also taking steps to make sure that this virus does not spread. With that being said, be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. You will not want to miss another Getlikecoop video. And that's facts. I'm trying to get to 200,000 subscribers so I can go full time, guys. So be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. With that being said, also be sure to follow my IG handle, Getlikecoop. You guys will not want to miss another post. So this, first of all, seems surreal because everything is happening so fast, and these updates, they're coming in a hurry. And by the end of this video, you may be surprised by some of the updates, or maybe not if you've been following everything closely. With that being said, again, let's get started. Symptoms of the coronavirus, what to watch for: fever, cough, shortness of breath. If you have any of these symptoms, it's always better to be safe as opposed to sorry. How to prevent illness. Now, you want to wash your hands as much as possible, and I'm not talking about just the 10-second wash off that a lot of people do. 20 seconds. You want to avoid close contact. You want to stay home if you're sick. You want to cover coughs and sneezes, clean and disinfect as much as possible. Now, with that being said, if you go back about maybe a few days, you guys may remember LeBron James saying that he had no interest in playing games if there were no fans. And I completely understand his sentiment, but I'm not sure he understood how serious the virus was at the time. He recently backtracked that statement, and he understands exactly how serious this is. He didn't know that the NBA was actually considering doing this. And I think a lot of people may underestimate exactly how serious this is. After all, one of the best ways to go about public health is to make sure that everybody understands what's going on and that everybody understands what they can do to prevent the spread of the virus. So that's why I also recommend, even though I pulled that information from CDC, that you guys go out and you do your own research and you form your own opinions regarding the virus, and you do as much as possible to help prevent the spread. So I have to give a big shout out to everybody that's been proactive regarding the virus, and especially the NBA and the NCAA for doing what seems like the right thing. Now, San Francisco is banning gatherings of more than 1K people, including at Warriors games. So the Warriors-Nets game tomorrow will be closed to the fans. That's actually big news. So maybe a lot of you guys didn't know what I was talking about when I said the NBA wasn't going to be allowing fans in games. They've been saying for a while that they just want the essential staff necessary to make sure that the games run. And again, I think this is a great decision. It may seem a little bit weird at first, but it is for the best in the long run. Now, Adrian Woj, you guys know Woj, he's reported that the consensus among owners on Board of Governors call with the league office was either continue season with no fans in arenas or have the NBA take a hiatus for a period of time. NBA is expected to have a decision as soon as tomorrow. The NBA, as we know it, could go on break. This is absolutely huge news. And I mean, it's again surreal to have this happening in somewhat real time. Now we continue. Woj comes out again. He says the greater consensus among the teams is continuing to play games without fans in any arena. And the league is expected to move towards a resolution again tomorrow. Now for the games tonight, this is where things are really starting to hit the fan. I'm looking at this right now. The Thunder and Jazz players were just sent back to their locker room. The game has been delayed and an update is to come soon. Now, those of you who may not know, there's already a soccer player or a football player, whatever your preference, that plays for Juventus that did test positive for the coronavirus. And the thing is, symptoms for this virus, they don't show up immediately all of the time. So you have to be completely aware and completely cautious regarding this virus. There's a lot of things about the virus that are bad, but one of the main things is that you could be carrying it and not know because the symptoms simply have not shown up yet. The NCAA men's and women's tournament will be held without fans due to the coronavirus. Again, completely feel like this is the right decision, or at least a step in the right direction. It's going to be so weird, especially for March Madness, not having these games packed with fans, not having that electric college environment, not having that electric college crowd. But again, these are steps in the right direction. Now, with the NBA talking about postponing games, there is a tweet from Chuck Milon that goes by the Dunk Guru saying the NBA is taking 2 weeks off and will meet up and go from there. He says he got a text from somebody that usually knows what they're talking about. Serious stuff and serious news if true. And the way things are looking and headed, this absolutely does not seem anywhere outside of the realm of possibilities. So it looks like I did miss a Woj update, and that was that several teams were willing to put the games on hiatus, but the rest wanted to move toward eliminating fans from arenas to continue playing games, sources tell ESPN. One team wanted to keep status quo until a government public mandate dictated change. The New York Knicks. That is absolutely ridiculous. Now again, unless you want to take the tweets I put in this video earlier as fact, there is no confirmed plan of action regarding canceling games going forward. Now I will try to update you guys on this as best as possible, and I have to say this sucks for like many reasons beyond sports, of course, because not only are sports like this getaway, they're this thing that takes us away from the real world and the real problems and all of that, but also this sucks. This hits really hard because it's going to have this ripple effect across all of sports, not just the NBA. And there are real people that are going to be affected, and not just the NBA. This affects everybody's daily lives. This affects everybody's way of living. And at least for the moment, this is what's normal to us because this is what we know. I can't wait until things are back to like the regular normal and everything is kind of restored and the balance is back in place. Now, with that being said, I'm going to try to bring you guys as much news and as many updates as I can regarding the NBA and regarding everything that's going on. With that being said, the OKC game has been postponed. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the game has been postponed, OKC PA announcer says. Good night, fans. It's so surreal, man. Honestly, this is seriously, it's surreal. And it officially gets even realer because the NBA just suspended the season. We are officially on hold. This comes following Rudy Gobert's positive coronavirus test. This is an indefinite NBA suspension. Let me know what you guys think about this. This is shocking in ways to say the least. Wow. I'm D Coop. I'll catch you guys in the next one.